Did you know you can get a colour tinge when scanning C41 black and white negatives, such as from film like Ilford XP2? Well, if you do, don't convert to grayscale, use desaturation instead. I'll explain that in a minute. Here I am now at my Ilford XP2, loaded up in my trusty film camera, all ready to go and go off and shoot. When I get that back, I won't get this back. This is traditional black and white, this kind of grey substrate. Scanners are set up to basically turn that to white, so they ignore it. They can do that with colour film as well, but with black and white, this orange substrate will come through and potentially give you an orange tinge. So what we're trying to do in any scan is to keep as much information in the file as we possibly can. But to get rid of that orange sepia tone tinge, we may think we have to do something drastic without realizing it, maybe until many years later. So here we are with our Ilford XP2. As I say, it's a C41 process, black and white film, but the C41 has to be done as colour, which means it's got to be on that orange substrate. Now, if you scan yourself, you're almost definitely going to get this, which is kind of a sepia effect on that. The lab itself, if they know what they're doing, they should be able to remove it. But if not, rather than have this sepia toned, and this is quite nice, I have no problem with sepia toned at all. I don't, it's really nice. But if I want black and white, I don't want the sepia coming in or any other colour coming in. So here's what we do instead. In a preferred program where you can desaturate, you can just do that instead of going to grayscale. So let me show you the danger of the grayscale first of all. So this file size is 88 megabytes. It's an RGB file. The RGB means red, green, blue, 3 channels, lots of information within that file, which means I'll get really good quality, particularly as I say on the gradations. Now, if I go here and just change to grayscale, the problem is that I now have a 29 megabyte file. So I've thrown away 2/3 of the information, which means I'm going to get much less quality. Certainly if I want to blow that up, definitely if I want to crop a smaller amount of the image later on. So let's undo that. The preferred option, because it retains all that information, is to go to whatever saturation command you have in your program, take the saturation and drop it all the way to the minus. We've basically desaturated the file. And now we're back to a black and white image. It's still RGB and we still have our 88 megabytes. So the file contains all the information to be able to do the best quality it possibly can for whatever size you scanned it at. So when you get a colour tinge scanning C41 black and white negs, don't convert to grayscale, use desaturation instead. I hope this gets you off to a good start.